open this up with a popping it off because we're back from the bye week. We got to celebrate.
Episode 8.
Episode 8, dude. This is nuts. I love it. In all the things that have torn me apart, nothing has made me more whole. Covering the good, the bad, and the shit that keeps us going. Straight from the head ref's table, I'm your host, Travis Papa Bear Rogers, and you are listening to A Forest Through the Trees, a cave podcast. Along for the ride. More the leader of the pack nowadays. But my co-host, Carl LeMaster. What's up, Big C?
What's up? No, not so much leader right now. I heard somebody outpulled me recently, so...
It wasn't me. It wasn't the one titty wonder.
No, not at all. Couldn't be.
I actually had some firsts this week already, back from rehab.
You did. Talk about it.
First 500 plus pull plus the chain, so we're around 600 if we count AR. We don't count AR. And then in the super rinky-dink band, I call it a rinky-dink band. It's not a rinky-dink band, but it's definitely not as much like...
It is not the heavy band.
It's not help like you would get in like a real slingshot or anything like that, but it is basically serving as a fake left chest tendon for me. And I touched my first 300 plus, so that was pretty good today.
Very proud moment.
Only 300 pounds more, and we're good to go.
Halfway
there. It's so shitty to say. So we have a really cool podcast idea. I texted this to Carl last week. We're on our bye week, and we tried to add to this list, but instantly we're like, no, I think this is going to be a solid one.
Some heavy hitters.
Might even roll over time on this one.
Maybe.
Hopefully not. So let's just dive right in. So we wanted to really talk about like not only kind of the state of changing of powerlifting, but really because of it, what keeps us here. And I think this spawned like many of our episodes from me driving in the truck doing a face-to-face rant on Instagram. So Instagram story
as
me
most of them go
bitching about something current in powerlifting. But it kind of made me realize, like, out of all these changes, out of all these different things happening, not only currently, but within the last 10 years since I've been in powerlifting, like, what really keeps me here and what really makes me want to keep this whole thing going? Not only the training aspect of it, but the aspirations to still compete despite all the bullshit. Mm-hmm. And that bullshit includes the changes being made and injuries, just burnout, like all of it, right? What keeps you actively involved in the sport of powerlifting?
Changes in the actual sport or changes in just you?
Yeah. Because I think one of the big things we talked about was like the idea of how, like, when I first got into powerlifting, like, I watched Dan Green. I watched Boss of Bosses. I watched all these amazing Raw with Rap lifters, Pete Rubish, like the YouTube chronicles of screaming and lifting, like, in the laundry room between the washing machine and dryer and just throwing bars and going ape shit. And like, that was what powerlifting was to me back then and still is very much now. And just the way that it's transformed and we've put so much, I wouldn't say pressure is the wrong word, so much spotlight on these people that aren't those guys, like, don't have anything of notoriety, don't have anything other than a Gymshark endorsement and like some influencer videos, but like those guys were like the heart of powerlifting in that and doing the thing the way I always thought, like, that's how it should be done. And of course that's just my opinion, but now we're giving like accolades and name and follows and hype and money and everything and views to these people who, in my opinion, like, don't deserve it. Like, what have you done for the sport? Like, you've barely, like, people, I think the thing that triggered it was there was a girl saying something like, in my powerlifting career, and so of course I love to know what that career was. So me being an asshole, I opened powerlifting it, and of course she's been in the sport for 3 years and done 5 meets.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what career? Like, you've done nothing of notoriety. Like, you've barely been in the sport for 3 years. Like, you're not even at an intermediate level yet. I'm like, what career? But of course had thousands and thousands of followers and comments and like all these people looking up to a person that hasn't done shit. And I'm like, this is not the powerlifting that got me into powerlifting. So why am I still here? Why do I watch all this shit and I'm like, fuck that, I don't even like that anymore. But why is my ass still in this chair next to you?
I think the conditions have changed on how people can be perceived online. You're talking about, you're watching these guys like Dan Green, and And I think over time, it's been more easily accessible for you to post media, and anybody can do it. So there's an influx of people who are posting this sort of content, and if that person is relatable or likable to a mass group of people, they're obviously going to grab some traction. And so you see these people talk about, they say they have their careers in powerlifting, but it's not very long. If they are putting everything into it on social media and they get a following off of that, they can call that a career.
That's true. I mean, especially if they're the monetization, if they're making their living off of it,
they can call it the career, even if it's not that long.
Yeah, I do see that side of it. I really do. Like, I'm glad you said that. Like, I know you always provide me with some fresh viewpoints because I am now entering my old curmudgeon phase of
the grumpy old man.
Yeah, that is me. God, I fucking hate it. I'm so jaded. I'm such an old jaded guy now. Like, fucking wasn't like this when I started. But that's me all the time now. Very much earning Grumpy Bear as my nickname.
Very much. You're
definitely less
into
Papa, more Grumpy for sure, 100%. But I think that's a great point, Carl. And like that being said, like I think because no offense, you don't have a career yet.
No, not at all. I don't claim that at all.
I had to take that light jab at you. But like, so you have
undeserved.
But no, and like that's a good thing because you have a much fresher viewpoint than I do. So like, what drives you particularly in the sport? Like what? And it doesn't just have to be powerlifting, but like what drives you to train, to compete? Like what drives you for powerlifting?
Strictly within powerlifting, I think numbers drive me a ton. I love looking at record books, and I think, well, if this person can do it, why can't I? That's one of the main drives for me. Another drive is just the people around me. I like showing up for people, and I like that, there's a return in the community we have where if I show up for so-and-so, so-and-so is going to show up for me, and I know we take care of each other. So it pushes, you to continue on and doing what you're doing. Like whether it's gym lifts or, helping somebody at a meet, I know it's going to be returned by the community we have. So it's a good way to follow through with it.
And we harp that horn a lot, and I wouldn't say that's returnable at everywhere you go, but it's definitely in our the Bear Cave
it's
community. It's
not going to happen everywhere, but we pride ourselves in the people that we have around here, so I think that's a good point to make.
We do. We just added 2 new members this week, actually. Danielle, she's in the other room. Shout out. I know she listens to this podcast. And our new strongman dude, Eddie. 50 years old, man. Great guy.
Yeah. I talked to him on, what day was that, Sunday?
Yeah, he came in Sunday right before we deadlifted. And then, of course, Danielle's been a member of Team Luck for, years now. I want to say 2 or 3.
Longer than me?
Yeah, longer than you. Longer than you, man.
She's got the career, not
me. More career than you, for sure. She'll laugh when she hears this. But I definitely agree with you. I think, and when we talk about numbers as a driving factor, is that, I know you look at records. I know you look at records, especially for like your age and division.
Not even age, dude. I'm in open. I just look at the weight.
Okay. All right. I mean, I don't want to sell you short. You are over 10 years younger than me.
I mean, like, what's the...
A lot of people don't know that. You know that?
Yeah,
a lot of people don't know you're that much younger than me.
Yeah, 10 years.
Yeah, man.
But like, let's look at the age real quick. What is the age group that I fall in? I'm 25.
That's true. Open. That's true. Yeah, that is open. I'm just saying, like, last year it wasn't.
Last year's 24. That's still open.
Is it?
23 is the cutoff. Come on, old man.
I don't fucking know. I've taught myself.
You've been in open for how long? You're in submaster now. You don't even involve in juniors.
Once you get to submaster, you're just allowed to forget everything. It doesn't even fucking matter. People are just happy you're still here and you made it. You're like, damn, that dude's doing it a long time.
That's your reward. You made it this long. Yeah. You can do a submaster.
Yeah, you can just say, fuck off. I don't have to remember. But I agree with that. Like, numbers are a driving factor, and whether that's like looking comparably to open powerlifting and other goals where you're trying to get into, whether it be a top 20, top 10 type thing, or an invite to a more prestigious meet.
Right. Which personally is a goal of mine right now.
And I know that, and I think that's great. And I think that if you're looking for those prestigious invites and hand invites and things like that for different equipped meets in your case, it's nice because, like, once you get one of those, it's kind of like what we talked about goals. Like, you knock out that small goal, but now you have to form a whole new goal of, like, what you're going to do at that meet once you get the invite, right? Yep. So, it really compounds itself in a snowball effect.
Usually the goals are about 50 to 100 pounds higher than the other one.
Yeah. It's the old, what is it, wish in one hand, shit in the other, and see which one fills up faster. It's a great saying.
Yeah.
So I think what drives me is I definitely like, of course, when I was more your age,
Back in my prime.
back in my prime. I'm not in my prime. I'm not in my prime. I'm not even gonna pretend.
We talk about honesty on this podcast.
Yes,
okay?
yes. I might be mean, but I'm honest about it. But I definitely think when I was younger, I definitely had a lot more like gumption and ballsiness as far as like I'm gonna do something, like I'm gonna be top 10, and like I did fulfill a lot of those goals. And, you know, I did my fair share of, like, talking the shit. But, of course, I've also talked about how, like, everyone in the top 10 was very close and, like, friendly, but you had your outliers. But I think pushing to that prestigious spot in a way of not only furthering your powerlifting career, but if you want to be a coach, you want to be a gym owner, I always looked at those as, again, flashing back to what I said the other podcast, you are your business card, right? So, like...
Right.
Hey, I want to go to that gym because this guy knows what he's talking about. I want to get coached by him because he's walked the same walk I'm trying to walk. You know what I mean? Like, I always looked at it that way. So it was not only about numbers and, like, personal goals, but how you were also furthering, like, your future in that way. Like, obviously, I know a lot of people say you can't make money off of powerlifting. It can't be your entire everything. But, I mean, like, in my perspective where you're, you know, I'm a part-time coach because I have a career as a teacher, but also a gym owner. Like, in a way, like, I did do that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, like, I think it really puts it in a different perspective as you get older because now, like, as I am older, you know, you're talking about, like, I was pursuing and reaching those goals 5-6 years ago, and now here we are all the way now. Like, a lot of those things that I was chasing there helps me do exactly what I'm doing now. You know what I mean? So I got to watch those things become full circle.
It's your body of work.
Yeah, exactly, and come to fruition. And like that was very important to me. Now I think in my present state, which is pretty shitty.
Not to downplay it.
Body wise. Like I think that aspect of it has changed immensely because now mine much more revolves around the community. You know what I mean? Like I want to do meet still for fun and to like be with you and be with the other guys and like show you the old dog still got it. No, but like I enjoy like, dude, I had so much fun last meet, like handling and coaching you and like being there with you and like because of me meet directing and doing all that stuff, like I usually don't get a chance to do stuff like that.
Right.
And it's nice when I get to do that and it reminds me like, all right, this is why I give a fuck.
You can step to the side and really enjoy
it gives you a whole different outside perspective because
definitely.
You're either you know, everyone talks about two perspectives, right? You're either competing on the platform or you're staffing / refereeing on the platform or meet directing, right? So you're on two sides of the platform, right. But there is a nice third.
What is?
And that's the coaching handling aspect. Okay. That's like being there for somebody.
Yeah, you're in it, but you're not like on the platform.
Yeah,
you're in it though.
Yeah, you're in it. So, because I mean, dude, like when you get done squats, I feel like I just squat. Like I'm like fucking all shooken up. You know what I mean? It's almost like you're right along there alongside your boys. So I mean, like I really do think that holds me here in the place. And of course, like the community we've built here at the gym, and like how many people we have in here that. It's a small community, but it's very tight. So, I mean, I, in a way, feel like a lot of people hold this place special. So they count on me to, like, make sure it stays open. And we do have that special retreat. We do have this place we call home, the Bear Cave, and, like, that lasts and stays. So, like, that really drives me now.
Yeah, I'd say the same. I'd say this is a place I like to call a second home to myself. And I really want to put... I want to push myself so that it looks good on the gym, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And that's why I almost still compete too. Okay. Like I'm not ready to be the washed up dude.
You're not.
In the back and being like, yeah, like
bench 405 in high school.
Yeah, like I'm so not that guy, and I probably never will be. I already know I'm gonna be like the 65-year-old that's like way too tan and jacked to be 65. Like my skin's gonna be all leathery, but I'm gonna have like an 8-pack. Like that's so gonna be me. I already know it 100%.
You gotta get the beard back going for that.
Yeah. Just go all white.
It'll look sick though.
Silver fox it, and you're like, dude, have you ever seen 5'5" buff Santa Claus? This guy's got it all going on. That's gonna be me, 100%. But on that aspect, and I'm gonna get up real quick and close that door while I leave you with this. So you actually got to talk without me.
I will talk.
This is a test. All right. So like, what got you into powerlifting? Different from what drives you, but like, what actually got you into it? And you don't have to spend like your life's work on like the whole shebang bang, but like at least give us like a brief backstory of like how this pulls you in.
Yeah, I got you. I got it. So powerlifting for me probably started back in 2020-ish, maybe 2019. But I was exposed to weightlifting even before then. I was doing like bicep curls with my dad in the garage, even at a really young age. And through high school sports, I was in and out of the weight room. But powerlifting itself was like a 2020 thing where I was in the gym working out, and I liked the feeling of lifting heavy. You know, I liked pushing my numbers. I was more training bodybuilding style, but definitely the numbers were a big thing for me. And then I was like, well, there's a whole sport behind pushing bigger numbers. Let's see what I can do with that. And that kind of drew me into the powerlifting side of it. And that was coincidentally around the same time I met you, Travis. So that was
back in them it wasn't West OC, it was still World Gym, correct?
it was the powerhouse.
Yeah, powerhouse.
So I really liked chasing these numbers, but I was like not competing. And I was like, oh, there's this whole sport behind pushing these numbers. Let's just pursue that. See where it takes you. And now I'm still here. So obviously I, liked it, held on to it for this long.
And you went through the whole phase of trying to compete, but we couldn't get you to Raw, so we had to put you in the power diaper.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's when you discovered our Lord and Savior, Super Katana.
Super Katana. Found my niche. I like the sport. I needed to find my niche in the sport.
Yeah. You needed to find the spot you liked, but it also felt not like shit.
Yeah. This isn't for me. I want to put all this extra equipment on. Now I'm good. I'm fine. I'll stay here.
I want to be uncomfortable while I'm trying to be uncomfortable.
Right.
But that's...
How can I make this worse?
Ironically, that's where I'm comfortable. And I know, like, my backstory into powerlifting has been talked about a lot, so I'm not going to, like, harp a lot on that. But, of course, like, I always lifted with a guy that was much larger than me when I first got into it because I was working for supplement companies at the time. I was kind of working for GNC. I was also working with Cellucor. And I was a little guy, like $150, and this was after I started getting sober and cleaned up and, like, really trying to put my time into the gym. And this is after me and Jess had met, and we both got clean together and sober, and we're on that right path and, like, working out together. And then when I was off work, I would work out with, his name was Zach Rector. And sorry, I haven't talked about him in a long time.
No, go ahead, take your time.
He passed 5 years ago now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I thought about him, unfortunately. But he was always big, and he said, "Hey, man, like, you're super tiny." He was like 6'5", 275. Like, he's
giant of a
yeah,
man.
he was an enormous man. He was like, "Hey, if you can do 1/3 of my weight, then that's what we'll do."
Yeah.
So, like, if he did 90s, I would do 30s.
Yeah.
Right? And we just did it for everything, and it just seemed like a solid plan. And he had come from an all-boys military school, was, like, strong as fuck, like, would literally warm up on the bar with, like, 315, like, crazy strong. And so I did that for a while after him. I gained a little bit of weight, and then I could do, like, half his weight that he was doing. And then I could do, like, 2/3. And he was like, "Dude, you're getting strong as shit." And, like, so some of his friends were like, "Yo, who's, like, the small guy you're working out with? He's, like, crazy strong for his size." And he was like, "Oh, yeah, that's Travis." And so, like, a couple guys had talked to me and been like, "Has he ever heard of powerlifting?" And I was like, "What's that?" And then, like, 6 months later, I signed up for my first meet. So, I mean, that's how I got into powerlifting. Rest in peace, Zach, man. Appreciate everything you did for me and all the stuff you taught me. And it sucks you had to go out that way. But I know he'd be stoked on this place because I kind of talked about that, like, when the last time we saw each other, I talked about, like, hey, man, like, I always wanted to own a gym after, like, all that shit. So it's cool that I got to do that as well.
Yeah, definitely. So when you guys trained, though, did you follow any programs, or were you just, like, going along with whatever he did?
I did whatever he did.
Was it always sort of powerlifting training?
No. It was a lot of bodybuilding.
Okay.
Because I was trying to put on weight at the time. And he was like, I think he had done a couple strongmen and stuff, but he wasn't, like, real big into the competition scene. He just liked to work out to work out.
I get it. A lot of people do that. They just like to work out to work out.
He was a very, like, machismo guy. Like, he was like a... Like, he reminded me of, like, a little bit smarter Johnny Bravo. And he was just, like, he's just fucking crazy strong, dude. And just wasn't, like, a funny dude. And and was like a vast pool of knowledge, and was just like, yeah, just fucking work out with
That's
me.
cool.
Yeah.
It's good to meet people like that. You meet so many people along the way of like, you know, the journey and how you start lifting to what you do now. And like everybody has their own individual stories, but I mean, they're all sort of the same if you think about it.
It is, man. And it's like, it sucks because I try, when you say stuff like that, it reminds me, like, I try really hard to remember that, you know, there is good people in the sport. There is good people who own gyms. There is good people who are coaches and stuff like that, because I know I've told you 100 times, man, for every like one fucking awesome person I met, I definitely met like 10 other shitty ones.
Yeah.
It's a pretty bad ratio, to be real with you. I will say in this podcast, like, there's been parts of it, like, what drives you away from powerlifting, and that's definitely one of them. And I am very thankful that me and Jess are like more removed from it now, especially where we are in the DMV.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, we've had our fair share of Fed drama and shit, like, even out here. But like, I'm very glad like we're removed from all that, and I'm more happy that you are removed from that, because like, I don't know. I don't want to say I shelter you in a way, but like, I watch you train. I feel like this is really fucking personal right now on this podcast.
Let's do it.
It is. Okay.
Dive straight in.
Yeah. Like, I feel like when I watch you train, it reminds me of all the good parts of powerlifting that made me fall in love with powerlifting. Because, like, you don't have to worry about Fed drama. You don't have to worry about, like, fucking shitty people. You don't have to worry about, like, who's going where and doing what, or who's done what, who stabbed you in the back. Like, you can come into the gym. I'll probably vent because I'm fucking mad about something of that caliber. But then you and me train together, right? And training is important to you and important to me. And like, when I get to train with you, and this is like taking 2 months away from you, I sound like we're like a couple that just got back together.
I know. We went through like a whole therapy session.
Yeah, we kind of did. Because I had to watch you powerlift with my broke ass titty, and it was so sad. while I did nothing but bodybuilding and squeeze the stress ball to get my muscle retention back. But like, when I watch you do that, I can't help but smile and feel good about like what I've done for you, and like where you're heading in your powerlifting career. And like, it reminds me,
I thought I
like,
didn't have a career.
You don't. I said where you're heading, asshole. Where you're making one. Don't ruin this moment. But like, I can see you have like a very bright future ahead of you for this sport, and like, it's not only one of the things like I'm very proud of you for, but like, reminds me of like, this is why I still want to be involved. This is why I want to stay in it. It's people like you that are carrying the sport in the way it should be carried. You're helping at events. You smile and greet people that you don't know at events at random ass places we've never been to. Like, you make friends quick. Like, you help other people with their warm-ups. Like, you do all these things that remind me like, this is why powerlifting is fucking awesome. And so when I get upset about the state of the sport and these people who don't deserve it, and these fucking egotistical people who are only good at one lift and have shitty opinions on fucking everything, like, I watch you and I'm like, fuck that. Like, this is why I continue to be here. So this is your fault.
Yeah.
As sentimental and awesome as that is, and I just want to give you a giant hug right now, like, this is your fault I'm still here. I could have quit a long fucking time ago, Carl. I could have packed my shit up and sold half this gym.
Yeah. Well, I'd be lying to you if I didn't say that I have a portion of myself that does this for you, you know?
Yeah.
I love it, and I do it for myself over and over again, but there is a portion where I'm like, hey, I'm getting in here, I'm doing this. You know, Travis is going to be working out with me. I'm going to do it with him. I know he wants me here. I want to be here, but if I'm having a shitty day, like, I'm still going to show up.
And there's tons of shitty days where you and me pull each other through even shittier workouts. Not shitty as in the workout shit, but like, it's fucking hard and we don't want to do it.
Yeah, you got to have, what's the word? I'm going to kick myself for not knowing this.
I can't help you right now.
Dude, I don't even, never mind. Just screw the whole thought. I had a brain fart. It's okay.
I'm going to have to retitle the podcast. It was supposed to be Behind the Wheel, like, because of what drives you.
Right.
Now I'm just going to say Episode 8. Carl and Travis finally profess their love for each other.
In our fields.
In our fields. Oh, I'm such a old, sad bitch. But I think that ties really closely into like the next thing we're talking about. Like, what parts of it still draw you in and like you look forward to? And I think we just talked a lot about that.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
We look forward to training in a group setting. Like, and I don't think this gets talked about a lot. And we've always talked about doing an entire podcast on this subject about like.
Instead, we do little snippets on each episode. And you
Yeah,
guys
and
get tired of hearing about it.
we talk about why it's important, but we're never going to do a full one on it. I forgot how good these monsters are. I'm really glad you brought me one.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. It's fucking awesome.
I usually don't like this purple one, but I thought to try it again, and I actually enjoy it today. So
You gotta mix it up.
Yeah.
Mix it up. You and me are usually on the straight up. What's the water we drink now?
the
Liquid death. Yeah.
Just
I
the
want
liquid
to
death.
just call it death water. I'm like, what the fuck is death water? But the root beer. What is the other one we just had recently? Well, the Arnold Palmer is fucking amazing.
They're always good.
Yeah, they're always good. And I think the what was it, Dr. Death is supposed to taste like Dr. Pepper. That one's pretty good too. But I like them all, honestly. And the blueberry is like crazy good.
I don't think I had that one.
Eric brought me one. It's crazy
nice,
good.
Nice.
But like, what draws you in and parts you look forward to? So we obviously look forward to training. We look forward to training in a group setting. I look forward to seeing my gym members here. I like checking in with everybody. I like having that close-knit feeling like a family. And I think there are other gyms around the DMV that are like that have a closer together, or at least close groups within the larger community of the gym.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not the whole gym as a whole like ours is,
Right.
but like there are smaller pockets. But I mean, I think if we're being selfish and talk about like things that like really hone just for yourself into the sport still, it's like, as fucking scared as I am, like especially with like injuries and stuff,
Yeah.
dude, I'd lie to your face if I didn't say there's some part of me that really likes that feeling.
Oh yeah, totally. I don't
Yeah.
think that's like a abnormal thing to say either. Like I totally understand that.
I mean, I think it is once you've been fucked up enough.
I think it gets to another level after you
Yeah,
get fucked up
yeah,
enough.
because it's not like that anticipation fear. It's like, yo, I know what happened before, and this could happen very well again. Like just this weekend with you, like
Yeah.
you're gonna blast this bench, you're gonna be fine, and I was.
Yeah,
but
I
like
knew it.
you saw it when I lied down. Like I was scared as shit.
Yeah, you were. Even when you got up, you're still like, oh.
Yeah, because I was just waiting for my fucking titty to explode, and you were like, dude, just turn the music up so you can't hear yourself think. And
Probably one of the best pieces of advice I've given you.
it's a good piece of advice, very solid advice. But I will say, like, I do miss that feeling, like, when you pick up the bar, and especially, like, and I love it more in multiply, like, you feel like you're getting crushed into a fucking diamond. Like, and even from the pick, from the pressure, it's just like, you know how you'll be at the bottom of squat, like, raw-ish or whatever, and you kind of get that close in, like that little bit of blackout? I feel like with multiply, with that amount of pressure, it's almost like tunnel vision from the start.
Oh, as soon
like
as-
you pick and you're just like, it's like everything closes in on you.
Sometimes it's not even on the picks, it's before the pick. Like,
Yeah.
you can just be getting yourself under the bar, and it's
Yeah.
like, okay, things are closing in right now, and then you pick it, and it's like, okay, we're all dark.
Yeah, it's because you like ran a marathon before you get under to pick the bar. But that feeling of like knowing you have it, but you don't.
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah.
feeling.
No, I totally get it.
Like where you can feel you're gonna move it, but you're like, but I might not. But you know what I mean? Like,
unless.
yeah, unless gets scarier and scarier as you've been in the sport longer. But I really look forward to that feeling, and like, I think much more nowadays. Like, so when I look back at like my younger years of raw lifting and raw with wraps, like, I would celebrate so hard coming out the rack. Like, dude, I was aggressive as fuck. Like, I'd huff ammonia, I'd fucking yell, I'd throw shit. Like, I was hype all the time, which is obviously, on a side note, never a good thing to do because your adrenaline should not be running that high at a meet for the entire meet of like 6 hours. It's really detrimental to your lifts because you're on level fucking 10 the entire time. But I made it work for some reason. But, you know, looking at that versus now, like, dude, getting out of a rack and like the handshakes, the slaps on the back, the hugs with your boys, like those subtle celebrations of like, yo, you still got this. Like, you didn't fucking die under this today.
Yeah. You made
Like-
it. You got through it.
Yeah, like I live for those now. And they don't have to be big ones. And they don't, a lot of them for me nowadays aren't big ones. Like I've lifted weights way fucking heavier than what I'm lifting now.
Sure.
But it's still like that feeling's still there, and I think that your appreciation for those changes happens as you grow older in the sport. Like, you know, like old younger me would have been like, well, fuck, I've done 100 more pounds of this. This ain't shit. Like, there ain't no reason to celebrate this. But like, when you're older and you're with everyone that you trust and you form that bond with everyone around you, and now it's like a group feeling. It's like we did this together, and it's so much different than when like I was training alone and training at the cave, the old cave, the barn. It's hard to put into words, and I wish more people knew that feeling, because I know they don't. And the reason I know they don't is because there's not enough people that train together in a group, that have that bond, that spent enough time. Like, think about like you, me, Alex, Rob, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that, let's just call that our four, those four just for example.
Yeah.
How many meets have we done together, spotted and loaded together? Like, we've done all that shit on both sides of the platform together.
Yeah, no matter the circumstances.
No matter the circumstances.
We were one or the other.
Yeah, so like to say that like that doesn't pull you together.
It's very unifying.
Yeah, like there's no way you can't feel that with that group of people once you've done all that together. It's different.
There's like an energy around
it. Yeah, there's an aura. It's different. It's different. And I know that because I never used to experience that when it was like me and Jess, and she's spotting me alone in the barn with 650 pounds for triples and like crying in the back because she's the only one to spot me and she can't save me if shit goes wrong. God bless that woman. Also, what's today? Tuesday?
Tuesday the 19th.
Yesterday was our 8-year wedding anniversary, so shout out to Hot Buns. She's at work right now, but hopefully she'll hear this and then get mad at me because I called her Hot Buns on the podcast. But
that's right.
That is my rock in my world, and we have been married for 8 years and been together for over 10. Actually, longer than that. I think it's like 12. I don't fucking know.
Is it 12 now?
I don't know. Remember, I'm a submaster, so I'm allowed to forget everything now.
True.
You just got to remember birthdays and wedding anniversaries. That's it. Then you're good to go. You're a clean slate.
So on that topic, though, about like...
Of hot buns?
Yeah, of hot buns.
Hot buns. That'd be a good episode. That'd be a good episode.
Talking about hot buns.
Hot buns, all episode long.
Like, talking about feelings and nerves. Like, I really... a portion of it that really like gets under me and drives me is like knowing if I'm taking weights that I know I've seen like mangle other people. Like,
this totally doesn't feel like a personal
totally
attack.
Not
Carl.
Personal. It's not just you. You're not the only one to ever get hurt under a bar.
I know, but I'm the one closest to you. It feels like a direct shot.
But if knowing like, hey, I have this weight on my back or in my hands, and I know it's really significantly hurt people before, and I know I'm capable of doing it, or I'm just taking that guess.
Right.
I think that's a huge like bridge to cross, but also like a huge drive. Like knowing, hey, this could, end badly for me, but I'm going to take that risk, and I want to bet on the fact that I've put myself in a good position.
That I've done enough homework, and
right.
I've set myself up as best for success as possible.
Yeah, setting yourself. I like to think every single time I'm in here, I'm setting myself up further for success, and then all that is driving towards the end goal, which in the sport is a meet, but end goals really can differ from like person to person. My end goal could be non-existent. I don't think it is. I think I don't really have one right now.
You heard it here first, man. Carl says sky's the limit, bro.
Sky is the limit.
I also heard it helps if you run like your ideas by like a pretty decent coach and he helps you make responsible decisions. Yeah, I heard that happens.
I heard he tweaks some of the ideas.
I know you do it, but I definitely don't do it. So I should probably do that.
You run your ideas through me. I say, hey man, sky's the limit. Go ahead.
If Jess hears this, she would be so mad at you. Carl's just, yeah, fuck it, take it, you're fine.
Dude, and why sky? Let's shoot for the stars.
It was indeed not fine. But I think I've touched on this on another podcast before about you being your business card. And I think another thing that really drives me and pulls me into powerlifting is because me personally, I like long-term things, right? So like, I think everyone has a bit of, you want that instant gratification. You want that insta-gain, right? Everyone wants to, eat one hamburger and bulk up 20 pounds and do 5 sit-ups and have 6-pack abs, right?
Right.
But, like, all great things in both physique and strength take a incredible amount of time, right? So like I think that's one of the number one things that draws me in, because once you start powerlifting, you're also caught in an endless cycle of never being satisfied with yourself, because you always want more, because the sky's the limit, right, Carl?
It's a dangerous thing to get a hold of.
I heard the sky's the limit. I heard it from you. It is a dangerous game. My nose is running. God damn it. But you're never satisfied with yourself. And, you know, no matter how much muscle I get, no matter how lean I get, no matter how strong I get, like, there's always a proportion of it where you're like, well, like, I'm this strong, but I want to be this lean, or I got this big. I wish I was more defined. Like, there's always a gripe on time, right? Because you can't spread your time out in all these different directions, because you're always going to want more than one thing. You can't triangulate time. You got a goal this way, a goal this way, a goal this way, and you're sitting in the middle. And if you sit stagnant in the middle, you don't do shit on any of those 3 points, right? So you eventually have to guide to one of those corners in order to make progress, depending on the goal.
Right. You can't shoot for all, but at the same time, you're just going to sit still.
Right, exactly.
Nothing's going to happen.
You got option A or option B, but there is also an option C that people don't realize, and that's to do nothing until that decision is made for you. So I think that's important to me, because it's built and not bought. Like, you can't buy instant success with powerlifting. Yes, you can buy cool shirts and knee sleeves and shit like that to aid you along the way, but like, none of that replaces time under the bar.
I've seen a lot of really not strong people with a lot of really cool gear. So
you mean $200 shoes with a 2-cent squat?
Is that the quote?
That is the quote. 2-cent squat with $200 shoes.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that a time or two.
Probably gonna have to change that quote, because it's probably now like a 3-cent squat and $300 shoes, because I think the new squat shoes are a little pricier. I don't know.
I wouldn't know. I squat in Converse.
Yeah. I got my woobies. Oh, I need to say this on the podcast before I get another fucking comment about this. Yeah. Everyone asked me have you ever seen all the comments on my squat videos for shoes and shit? The shoes I wear are called woobies. They're like a wider toe box Converse, and they're not like assault boots, but they're more like water resistant. They're more like combat, like assault shoes, like versions of Converse. And that's what I wear to squat in. So anyone wonder what I'm wearing? They're the high top woobies, and I get the ones that are like D or whatever it is, so it's wider.
Keeps the dogs from breaking out.
Yeah, my dogs be barking. Gotta set them free. Heard. Woo woo. Did you want to add anything to that to the?
I think you covered it all pretty well. Like, everything takes time. You don't want to like spread yourself too thin, because then you're not going to get anything done. Strength over time. I think so I can bring this up.
Yeah, but you're not even fair to talk about this subject, because you put fucking 300 pounds on your total in like a year.
Okay, I won't say anything.
Yeah. Say something now, Carl. Say something back to me. Tell me I'm wrong.
No. I think you got it spot on.
Yeah, go to your corner.
Wasn't it actually like 360?
Yeah, but no one's counting.
Let's put the 360.
This motherfucker.
364? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
I told him, man, squats 800 pounds one time at a meet and just sees head dick now.
Respect to the 10 pounds, 810. Okay.
810.
No, okay, so like, let's just say I'm a part of a younger generation, and I think a lot of the people in the fitness realm that are around my age all started the same way. They were like, oh, I want to get abs. Let me look up a YouTube video. Oh, you can get like abs in a week. Let's just follow this. So coming from that, I think that stemmed off of that started a whole generation of I want this in this amount of time.
Yeah.
Maybe to a larger scale, but also it's the same thing. I want to squat X amount in this amount of time. I want to get abs in X amount of time.
Well, it kind of loops around back to what we were talking about at the beginning with the ease of access to social media. Like, you only see everybody's high points.
Yeah, everybody posts the good. No one posts the bad.
Yeah, you see meet recaps and like PRs. You don't ever see like the day-to-day basics of years and years and years of training. You
Guilty.
know what I mean?
I don't post my bad stuff all the time.
Yeah, I know. You suck.
I'm definitely guilty. But I think that plays into a lot of like everybody wants things now.
I mean, I'm in my washed up phase now. I'm posting videos of me flexing with my dog. Like, it's just physiques. That I gotta change it. Physiques and puppies. That's my new handle.
I think it'll work for you.
I think so too. It's a cute dog. Damn cute dog.
You powerlift? I thought you were just like a.
I thought you were just a dog guy.
Fake bodybuilder and a dog guy.
Yeah, he just likes dogs.
Wannabe bodybuilder.
Now, I put this on particularly for you. I mean, I can talk about it too, but I really think you advocate for this a lot, and that's the team sport versus self.
Yeah, definitely.
And also, how can it be both? So why don't you kick us on that? Because I blow my nose.
When we talk about team sports in powerlifting, well, for one, I'm a part of Team No Luck. I train here with the whole crew, and we jump in, we help each other out, we do everything together, and it plays a really big role into the end goal. And I said before, end goals change from person to person, but the team aspect of it, we all help each other. We're all showing up for each other whenever we need it, whether it be in training or at meets. If you want to talk about how it can be a self-centered sport, in all powerlifting, yes, it is you on the platform. No one's up there doing it for you. You are by yourself. But there is a whole background that's unseen most of the time as to how you're getting there. So it can be labeled as a very solo self thing, but everyone is in it. If you have your own team, they know that the team is behind them. They know that they have a crew behind them that's either there wrapping their knees, spotting them in the warm-up, spotting them on the platform, spotting them in the training room. Everything is with a group of people, if you're doing it, in my opinion, the correct way.
In a way, especially because I used to help out with open mat wrestling at the high school. It reminds me a lot of wrestling.
Yeah.
Right? You train together, you drill together, you mat together as a team, but then
you're
when
out
it's
there
the
wrestling
match,
by
you're
yourself.
By yourself. It reminds me more, obviously not near the same, but in that aspect of thinking of how a team thing becomes a singleton thing. I think that helps a lot in that analogy.
I think it also it's a bit different. You're playing baseball. You got a whole team out there. If something goes wrong, it's very easy. Not a good teammate, but it's very easy to say, "Oh, it's so and so's fault because they did this." Well, in this, you are on the platform by yourself. There's not much else you can say other than, "Hey, I screwed that up. I wasn't strong enough for that, or I did X and Y wrong." But I'd say, as far as a team sport goes, it is very involved behind the scenes.
Yeah, more behind the scenes, and I think a lot of people, more than they give it credit for.
Definitely.
Also, you can make, I agree with you, you can make your own bad calls, or I didn't get it on the platform, but you can also have a really shitty coach who made a bad call for you.
That's true. True. You can have a coach making calls that are way out of your league that you should not have any business doing.
I think of the last meet you just did that I was handling you at, and how many people we were watching struggle fuck in the warm up room, and we're already well, I know this opener is going to be way too heavy. Solid grind on that opener.
It was hard for me to watch because really I didn't see anybody's warm ups going through that. I was really kind of tunnel vision that day, but I definitely.
I was watching everyone, so I told Rob and Alex, I was like, I'm going to run the mono. We need to spot everybody because this shit is buck wild.
Which is a great reason to have a team there.
Yeah.
Because you are focused on one thing that day. You are putting up your total. But your team's there to help you, and they're also enjoying, got the popcorn going, watching everybody else do their thing.
That's not why you should bring a team. You phrase that really terrible. Go to meets to make fun of other people as a team. No, don't do that. That sounds terrible.
That's terrible. No,
that's terrible. No, and we go as a team to obviously help handle our lifters and stuff and be supportive, but we also go there to help everybody else. But it is hard with a critiquing eye not to look around and be you realize the guy next to you is the other lifter's coach, and you just want to be hey man, do you think you should drop that 10 kilos?
Yeah, that's not your position.
Yeah,
to call.
It's not your position to call, and you don't want to offend people and stuff, but
So you kind of have to sit there and okay, I'll help you out for this. You're there to help. You're doing the right thing and helping out.
Yeah.
But you can also have your own opinion on people's calls.
It is. Yeah. It's just
sometimes it's not it,
Yeah, it is. It is very hard. But I do enjoy that aspect of the sport, and I think that also keeps me here. I love going and seeing whether I'm running the event as a meet director here at our home gym or away, or going to handle you and other lifters at other meets. I love seeing first timers. I love when somebody on the mic announces raise your hand if this is your first meet.
Yeah.
I love that, and I always bullshit and make conversation in the warm-up room, be hey man, what meet is this for you? I love talking to new lifters. I love seeing people get more experience, and I think that that flashback, that like bringing me back to like where I started, I enjoy feeling and seeing that through other people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, damn, man, I forget what it's like to be in your second or third meet. Like, I forget what it's, those first time nervousness versus like, now the only nervous I get is like fucking hurt myself. But like, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many divides of nervousness where it's like, you have your first meet nerves where you're scared, like you're not going to be able to do the meet. And then you get better, and then you're like scared, like people are watching you, or going to be disappointed if you do bad. And then you get super fucked up, and then you get nervous about like, hey, am I going to get fucked up again? Like, all those different feelings change over time.
Yeah, it's all the same feeling, but for different reasons behind it.
Yeah, for sure. But I gotta say, like, I like them all. Like, sort of. Like, I mean, okay, I don't like them all. I like overcoming them all.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no one wants to have the nervous feeling of like, I'm gonna potentially get fucked up.
But you know, once you overcome it, you're like, wow, that was awesome.
You're like, you learn. And I think I actually said that to Matt, like my first bigger squat. I was like, dude, it's so hard to accept after like a huge accident like I had with my quads. Like, you learn you're not made of glass again.
Yeah.
Because that's the best way I can explain it. Like,
right.
you feel so fragile. Like, even though you're not. Like, your body is so crazy the way it can heal and so resilient. But, like, it's amazing because, like, that first time you do that, you're like, holy fuck, like, I thought I was going to implode. You know what I mean? Like, you're so terrified of it, and you can't forget the sound and the crunching and the breaking and the snapping. Like, it never goes away. Like, I hear it in my head all the fucking time.
Sure.
You just get better at handling it.
That's a good way to put it. You get better at handling it.
It does, yeah. I'll be upfront with you, and I'm pretty sure anyone who's had something that rough happen, whether it be like a completely torn tech tendon, like pop off the bone, or like quads like me or whatever, like that feeling and sound and terrifiedness like never ever ceases to go away. You just get more confident and better at managing it, and it helps with those around you. It does. Like, I can honestly say, without like you and Matt and Diop and Rob and like some of the other guys, like, I would not be back to where I'm at and doing it at the capacity I am if it wasn't for you guys as our team training session. Because, dude, I was scared shitless for so long.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, I remember remember me just squatting the bar? Like, I was fucking dude, like the first night, like, I squat a bar, we had 5 people on me. It was to a box.
It's what you need. If you need to do that, then do
I'll
that.
never forget. It was the night we were hosting a meet here. It was the night before, and I did an SPD day, and I had been benching, which was crazy because before that I was in leg braces.
Oh yeah, you had your feet up and you're just
benching like in the 400 still, and then
you had that dog in your
and then
grill.
I had the I think I had just gotten a Titan, and I was still deadlifting. I was deadlifting around 500-600 pounds.
You were deadlifting well before you
but
started.
I wouldn't squat. So they thought I was going to be push-pull daddy forever.
Right.
And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'm ready. I've been doing little, like, kettlebell shits. Like, I think I'm okay. And we did the transformer bar with no weight on it in single-ply bottoms to a fucking foam box. I remember that. And I had, like, 2 guys on each side, one behind. I'm like, oh, and I did it for like a set of 5, and everyone's like, everyone treated it like it was 800 pounds. Like, everyone's like, that's the dopest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, and it's good to have people around you like that aren't going to be like, oh, you don't fucking need this. Like, obviously.
Yeah, but like everyone knew how hard that was.
Right. Yeah, everyone knows like the experience and like what you needed at the time. So it's good to have people around like that.
And I think the way you phrased it right then is like perfect for what we're talking about. You need to train around people who know what you need right then.
Yeah.
And whether that's a hug, a fucking swift kick in the ass, a numbers readjustment to say you are fucking pulling those numbers out of magic air and they're not acceptable for you to take. Like, having people that keep you accountable.
You got to know
in
who
training,
you're with. Yeah.
Right? Is what drives me, because I'm accountable for you. You try to be accountable for
as
me
much as I can.
And that's not a shot at you. It's just I fucking suck. I know. I'm sorry, dude. I do suck.
Yeah, you know that opinion you told me? Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to that.
Yeah, I know. I'm the worst. Dude, it reminds me just on fucking Sunday when we were left in, and you were like, no, throw the yellow on. You don't want to listen to me. Throw it fucking, see what happens. Throw it on. Got very defensive. You're like,
no, do whatever you want.
Yeah,
it's
this
okay.
motherfucker won't listen. Again.
And look, it was fine.
It was fine, but I didn't go. I stayed at
a step down.
I stayed at a green. I did not put on that yellow.
And I even told you at the end of the day, hey, this is a very responsible day for you.
I know. Making Big C proud. That's why he's my coach. Do it for coach.
It's a lot of responsible days will get you where you need to go.
Yeah, misses don't count. Stack the good days.
That's right.
Stacking good days makes things happen.
And for one bad day, you probably already have like 5 good days behind you. You know?
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, there's a lot to be said about that, and I think that's worth talking about as far as like driving yourself and keeping each other accountable. Is, I know if we both have a shit day, we just go in tomorrow and we fucking go.
Yeah, tomorrow's a new day.
Yeah, like we just like we
workout.
fucking chalk it up and go. We don't fucking mope about it. We're like, all right, well, we had a fucking shit day.
Yep.
Ain't nothing you can do about it. Because if you didn't miss anything, you didn't get fucking hurt, every training day is a good training day. You trained today. There's a lot of people who didn't train today because they're a fucking bitch. But you did it anyway.
And they're probably sitting at home saying, wow, I wish I trained.
Exactly. So, I mean, there's been tons of days where you and me don't want to train, and we're like, after we're done and we're like fucking dying and feeling we're going to throw up, and we're like, yeah, dude, glad we did this.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't know why, but I'm glad we did. I always feel better after a workout. Like, there's something to be said about that.
It's always a path of like we're dangling from the squat bar, putting our briefs on, like, why do we do this? And then we get out of them, we're like, wow, that was great.
Yeah. That's been rough, by the way, being back in briefs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rough like
it hurts rough. Like, I forgot that you get like the welts and the blood blisters and like all that shit.
Oh, you like your gear super tight.
I do.
You do it to yourself.
Do I like my gear super tight, or just getting too fat for my gear?
I wouldn't call you fat.
No, I'm not fat, but I'm heavier than I was.
I think you can get fatter.
You want to see me get fatter.
I need to go 242.
Carl wants to see me at 242.
242 in all the bandit shirts, fucking putting up some crazy numbers. Sorry, Jess.
He just wants a 5'5" meatball and a rubber suit.
A barrel of a man.
Go into town. I'm trying to get a big belly, have no range of motion, so I don't blow out my tricep again, and I don't really need a titty.
That's right.
Yeah. So our last topic is community in both the gym and events, and we've talked about this quite a bit, but
we've kind of already,
we have, but we haven't really talked about like here, and like this. I think at the heart of it, especially the way you define this, and you say like you're very proud and happy to call this place like your second home, like this is home for us.
Right.
I think that makes a big difference in what drives both of us, because whether it's on the platform, whether it's staffing for you, I mean, shit, dude, I can't hold really a candle to you as far as how many meets you've spotted and loaded.
I don't even know how many of this.
It's been a fucking lot, but you're a core part of our team, not only as my training partner, but as our staff here at events, to make sure whether it's their first time or their 20th time, like everybody's safe, everyone has a good time, and we have a great flow of the meet. Yeah. And again, we've said on many podcasts, I'm very proud of my staff, and I, bar none, put them against anybody. But I think events where you can, I will say, and this isn't to like harp on my own shit, but I will say that events here are different, period. Like, the energy's different, the atmosphere is different, the way lifters communicate and have camaraderie is different. Like, I've never seen meets that become more of a unified place than at the Bear Cave. 100%.
Yeah.
Like, no matter where I've traveled.
And in my lack of experience, I can still say the same thing. Like, I definitely see it.
Yeah, but I mean, think like even the last couple meets, like where I've competed and you helped me, or we've both competed together, or you competed and I helped you. Like, those meets weren't like that.
No, I definitely think there's something special here that we always put on.
Yeah, and I don't know, dude. And I've joked about it and written frolicky little poetry about it and all kinds of stuff. But like, there's something. And this building fucking sucks ass. It does. We just had a water heater replaced too that was fucking leaking and busting a sag through one of the tiles. But despite all the bullshit in this place, there's fucking somewhere, and I've said I've looked for it, but there's some fucking magic dust tucked away in the carpets or behind the drapes or dripping from the ceiling tiles, because this place has changed me and changed people, and I don't know how to define it. I don't know what it is, But like I've told you, if this place burned down today, I would be very upset.
Yeah, you probably would.
For lack of a better words. But I'd be out here the next day trying to rebuild this bitch.
Right.
Like,
and the good thing about the community is you probably have people with you doing it too.
100%. But like, this place has given me and given so many other people so much that like I can't imagine life without it anymore. Like, no matter how hard it is to keep it afloat, or no matter how the bills lay out, like, it's a giant sinkhole for money. Like, but I couldn't imagine life without it. I couldn't imagine life returning to a commercial gym and just fucking working out recreationally. I couldn't imagine any of that. And it's you and these people in this place, and there's just something about it that I'll forever be grateful for. And it's hard to put into words. And God knows I've fucking written my ass off and tried. But it's just something about it. I mean, you've watched me fucking cry on a platform full of people I don't know how many times.
Oh, yeah. Standing right up there in front of like 200 people just bawling your eyes out.
Like, dude, it's just it's a debt you can't repay. It's a feeling you can't explain. There's just something here. And I know when people are here, like, everyone feels that too. So.
And it's good to have that emotion behind it.
It is. Because it makes the meets more meaningful. It makes first times. It makes next times. It makes the whole thing worth it. And for me, going back to what drives me to still stay in the sport, it's like reminding me of like why this place is special, why this sport is special, like how it has changed everything for me, how it gave me a second chance at life, like how it had me get my fucking shit together. I mean, as much shit as I could get together. I'm definitely don't have my shit together, but you know what I meant. But like, it's just, it's irreplaceable. It truly is.
It can't be recreated either.
No, and there's just something about it, man. Yeah, dude.
Very well said. Very meaningful,
Yeah, it's like I like this or something. Someone say we like it so much we should probably start a podcast on it.
Yeah, I think that was an idea.
Yeah, that was an idea at one point. Started 3 years ago, and now we're on episode 8.
I don't know if we mentioned that before. This podcast idea was like 3 years ago, and
I showed you the screenshots on my phone of a script I had written for the first episode years and years ago.
2022. It was like an episode written.
Yeah. Damn, dude, that's crazy.
Some of the best things take time,
Hey, I like what you did there. That's like what we talked about. Like,
you like that?
All great things take time. It's kind of like why we like stuff like this.
You know.
Because you can't just have it. You gotta like do it.
You gotta build that. You gotta work for that.
It's why beards are great too. If you didn't know.
Do I?
Great beards take great time.
I'm putting the time in right now.
You are. You're looking absolutely Amish today.
Putting the time
Dude,
in.
That's the next belt. Absolutely Amish on the back. That's hard.
Yeah, it'll be a few years. I made my last belt last like 10 years. So.
Yeah, I gotta grow my beard back to match you for the winter.
Well, also when it goes gray, so you can have like the
silver fox.
Yeah.
All right, man. I think that's everything.
Yeah, you can wrap it up.
So yeah, let's grab some sponsor shout outs. Chris Northern, our man who owns Sup Dogs out here in VA on the DMV Eastern Shore, releasing mad new t-shirts, some good new flavors. I think we even have a new product about to drop as well. Website's been totally revamped and updated. Make sure you drop that promo code CAVECAST. I think it's just CAVECAST. CAVECAST for 10% off. Grabbing all the great products from thermogenics to sleep aids to the best pre-workouts, both stem and non-stem. Our choice right now is the peach, but there's plenty of new flavors, so go check that out. I know Chris is dropping a lot of new stuff coming up. And, dude, he has been putting in mad work for commercials and promotion.
I've seen that
shit everywhere. Everywhere. And I like a lot of the really like funny joke ones. Like he just did one with Lauren, where it looks like he's looking at her and he's looking at the pre-workout. Like it's great. So shout out to Chris, man. Really appreciate his support and donating to the podcast and helping me and Carl out, and keeping it local here on the shore. Our boy John Flagg with his big book, Conventional Strength. Making sure that clear-cut expectations of meets, how to lift, what to do, and besides that being an extraordinary.
Has it been a long day?
It's been a long day. He's a Scratch that. He's a great coach. There we go. He's a great coach and a great dude and one of our great friends here at the cave. Him and his daughter are always coming here and competing and is a wealth of knowledge. So if you would like to get a new coach or pick up his book to further your education, please give John a shout on Instagram. And then, of course, my man, Liam, for Zone Smell and Salts. I've been doing business and doing designs for him for over 5 years now. We've been together. Has always supported me, always supported the gym, does crazy promotions for national level events, American Pro, strongman events in Canada, you name it, he is everywhere. And of course, has helped me immensely with the Children's 501c3 Foundation. So shout out to Liam. We're going to be dropping new products towards October because I'm working on a design right now.
Exciting.
Yes. So new flavor, new design coming out soon. So shout out to our sponsors. Thank you for everybody. Thank you for partying with me and Carl for the last 8 episodes now.
8.
We're going out to dinner on 10, right?
10.
Is that what we said?
2 more.
10.
2 weeks.
Well, hey, look. 1, 2, and 3. That'll be 10, and that'll be our bye week. So we get to go out on dinner on bye week.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What a good plan.
Yeah. It all worked out.
It did. It all worked out. Just like powerlifting. It all works out. Said no one ever.
Somewhat.
All right, guys. Love and Grumpy Paws. We are out.
We're out.